So you've been doing this for, what, 36, 37 years?
38, yeah.
38 years. So what's next? Where do you think the future of precision agriculture is headed?
That's a good question. I think that automation is going to be a big deal. The more and more you can automate it to make systems that are make an operator able to work longer when he has to. Farming is one of those things that if you don't get the crop in the ground, you aren't going to get a crop.
Right.
Period. So you get pushed into a tight corner many times. And if there are systems that can take the wear and tear off the customer and the producer so he can actually run longer, that makes a big deal. All of a sudden, you can plant faster now because of the ExactEmerge technology. What's that mean? Well, it means you get a big planter and you got ExactEmerge technology, you can probably, you and a hired man can probably put in 1,000 acres a day. 1,000 acres a day. You go back when we first started in this area in the late 90s, you could probably get on the order of maybe 300 acres a day. So we've just enabled customers with the kind of technology we have, combined with the new technology of seeding and stuff, to treble their productivity. I mean, it's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
And it's going to make them able to produce more crop at a higher quality level and all those things. And it's the combination of those solutions when we marry tightly with our factories and other platforms is where we're going to get, I think, customers really enabled to take that next step into both their profitability but also sustainability. I think there'll be more and more, we'll get closer and closer to a fully autonomous system. I think that'll be governed more by liability environments that the different countries of the world set up than when we could do it. But it will happen at some point, I think. I just don't know if it'll be a swarm of small machines or bigger machines or some combination. I'm not sure. I think you'll see a lot more capability and flexibility on how you do prescriptions for the fields that you're in. Weeds are a big issue. When you look at the Roundup revolution, I'll call it, where you develop genetics to be resistant to certain herbicides and pesticides, and then all of a sudden, guess what? The weeds get resistant. Mm-hmm. So now you've got to use a different technology to kill certain types of weeds. So if I know what kind of weeds there are in certain parts of the field, then I can actually spray different chemicals or different strength of chemicals on those weeds before they can get to be a pest.
Yeah.
And so you're starting to see some of that. You use drone technology or whatever it is to spot the weeds, determine the type of weeds, and then you can actually make a prescription map to get rid of them.
Well, it's a pretty compelling vision of the future, I think.